Hi Leatherland, it's me, Thomas, and it's yellow couch time. I want to give huge thanks to every single one of the people in this video. I am attempting to amplify the voices of my leather family, my leather community, and Leatherland as a whole. Every single one of the people here has something important to share with you. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video all the way through. And I want to thank each and every single one of the people who is in this video with me today. Let's get started. Fair warning, if you comment something mean, I'm probably gonna delete it. Today we're gonna talk about consent.
Consent, by definition, is getting someone else's permission before doing something, whether they are okay with it or not. If we act without it, we're essentially saying that what we want is more important than what someone else wants. And that sounds kind of selfish, saying that our needs and desires are more important than the way you feel or your safety, or really anyone else's safety. It's not something that we can just pick up or put down when we're ready for it or when we think it'll benefit us. It's something that we have to keep in mind when we're around other people, because not everyone has the same comfort levels that we do or the same boundaries with each other. Someone may have had an experience that really put them off of a certain activity, and if you don't check in with them, you're never going to know about that, and you may be setting someone else up for disappointment or hurt that you don't know about.
Hi everyone, it's Goddess Moon, and I'm here to talk about the ways you can help not only an individual who has been a victim of consent violation, but also what you can do on a larger scale. Speak up, that's number one. Let the person who is a victim know that they're supported, not only by you, but by our community, and also by speaking up. It gives the perpetrators a warning that we will not stand by and let this happen in our communities. What can you do on a larger scale? National Coalition for Sexual Freedom. They're an amazing organization that's trying to change the laws about consent and abuse in all of our states. So go there, find out what the laws are in your state, and find out what you can do to help change those laws and change our future. Thank you, have a good day, and don't forget, tip your boo blacks.
Hey, this is Pupcato, and just shouting out and giving a big thanks to Thomas for putting together this project and letting everybody's voices be heard on the recent topic that has come to light in the community, and that's consent. I think everybody needs to be educated on what it means to have consent and what it means to be assaulted. We all like to have fun, we all like to be out there and go and do and just be playful in many different aspects. As a pup, we're adventurous, we're goofy, and we like to be around like-minded people. Sometimes we can get carried away, but that doesn't give us the right to be wild without minding manners. I truly believe that we're human pups, and in that aspect, the human part of us still has the right to give consent and know between right and wrong. It doesn't mean that we can go around biting people, hiking our leg on people, licking people, groping people, or anything of the sorts without the other person knowing or agreeing that they enjoy it.
Consent is also more than just a no. It's indifference, someone being quiet, not paying attention, someone being drunk, or unable to make those decisions for themselves. Unless you've had that pre-negotiated conversation about where your boundaries are, it's always best to assume the least. That way you're going to do the least amount of damage. And for me, part of the fun is negotiating with somebody. It's figuring out what makes them tick or what makes them really hot. And if you don't talk about those things beforehand, you may be stepping on a landmine that you're not ready to deal with or that your partner is not ready to deal with. So we also want to create an environment that all of us are wanting to be a part of, not just welcome. Because if we know that there's people at events that are known for doing these types of things, what's going to want to make people to come back? What's going to want to make them continuing to invest in our community? If we can't hold each other accountable, then what are we doing?
Giving consent means that you know what's going to happen. Every party involved will agree. Every party knows what level you're playing at, and you're not going to go above and beyond those boundaries. The other thing that I firmly believe in is that when alcohol is involved, consent is very hard to give. When alcohol is involved, consent is very hard to give with the right mind frame. When you start mixing alcohol, you start mixing your emotions, you start mixing everything else that is involved, and it really, really is not the right place to be giving consent. Really, when it comes down to it, we all need to make sure that we're doing the right thing, that both parties, that any party that we're playing with has consent and knows what we're playing with.
The definition of consent is permission for something to happen or agreement to do something. In a community driven by consent, we tend to forget that consent is not just left to the acronyms. We are preached at left and right in classes with regards to RAC and SSC, but isn't there more to consent than just the time spent in the scene?
Also, if you want to contribute or speak your piece about consent, go ahead and send me a short video, and I'll put it in the next in this series. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so to become part of this leather family. And I'll see you next time on Thomas Time.